Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers. You
Welcome
heard
back.
myself, Walks. Yes, on the right wing. SB to the left of
In
me.
the
and
number
Scorch in
10.
the 10 role.
Oh,
He's roaming. You might have noticed we're in some new settings.
Double
Yeah,
joint.
shout out to the host, man. Every time.
Come on.
We're going to get into it. It is episode 19, and as such, we are halfway through the Premier League season. I've got a few takeouts from the season. I'd say, the season is as wide open and as ever.
Oh, I thought we were going to make an analogy.
I was
As
yeah.
Oh,
wide
no.
As soon as I heard wide open,
wide
I was just
open as-
thinking,
Yeah.
Wait, save that for your other point.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that now. This is a
Yeah,
football.
this
We're
is
gonna keep it clean. 11 teams have now played 19 of their 38 games, with 184 out of 380 matches in the books overall. 6 points separate the top 4 in the table, and 8 points cover the top 7. This is one of the closest ever races for the title and Champions League places. A few takeouts, as I mentioned. Home advantage is dead. After Aston Villa's victory over Newcastle yesterday, we've had 71 wins and 71 home wins and 71 away wins, 43 draws. So playing at home means nothing,
no fans.
as we've come to see.
Got no fans.
You got no fans. No one has
fans.
any fans. Shout out to the Wilson Raider, or whatever his name is. The lowest ever cumulative goal difference in favour of home teams was plus 108, and that was in 2015-16. At the minute, home teams have just plus 3 goals.
Lord.
You know, I was trying to understand.
Uh-huh,
All right,
uh-huh.
I got you.
Lord.
Yeah. So home advantage again means nothing. The home win rate over the previous 10 Premier League seasons average is about 45%. As it stands, we're at 38%. So, playing away from home means nothing.
Wait, so
in
prior to this
2021.
season, you only won 45% of games at home as a whole.
Yes, across
I thought it'd
all
be
20, across all 20 teams. So then you'll have your derbies, your record-breaking derby team who doesn't
Some
matter
of
if
them,
they're
some
playing
of
at home
them,
or away.
some of those teams' problems ain't even home or away. It's like just not getting licks.
Yeah.
Just
Now, like Sheffield United,
Mhm.
it's not home
No,
or away.
It's
Like,
just
Sheffield United, that's your...
and then
no.
another
Why
takeout.
is everybody
And
holding
another
me
thing,
back?
you've gone on camera
Your-
and
your
said that
Dirk.
stuff.
Yeah, but it's listen. That
Statute
was
of
in
limitations.
2020. It's
To
2021.
me, it looks
It's
like
been
we're
2021
well
for like
into Jan.
It's a new year.
how many days now?
Three
Man
weeks.
is holding on to the past.
5
Yeah,
months.
Let's let it go, move forward,
Gold.
put it behind us. Another theme is a slow start to the sack race. Speculation continues to surround the futures of Lampard, Steve Bruce now at Chelsea and Newcastle respectively. Just one Premier League manager has lost his job so far this season.
Got a theory.
Please speak on it.
So, I think the reason why you're seeing gaffers get a lot more time.
Yeah.
It's not time. It's just rope. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reality is, clubs, and owners, they're not too sure about how the finances are going to play out
Yes.
this season. So what we're not going to do is just sack this
Sack
guy
him.
and he's got a mad severance package or whatever, and we're paying this guy. You know what we're going to do? We're going to ride it. We're going to try not to get relegated, or we're going to try get top 6, or we're going to try get top 4, whatever it is. Apart from those, if you two teams that have done some decent business in the January window so far, I can only think of 2.
Who would
I
Who's
think
even done
Dembele's a
business?
good signing for Atletico. Yeah.
Yes.
And I
And
think
AC Milan.
Tomori and Mandzukic
Okay. Yeah.
are
Yeah.
good
True.
signings for
True.
AC, But what's the thing that both them two clubs have got in common?
Free transfers.
They're both in the title race,
Yeah.
leading it.
Mm-hmm.
Their thing is, we're going to roll the dice because we're actually trying to win.
The margins, the benefit of
Yeah.
these lot kicking on and making a
Makes
difference.
sense.
Yeah.
Everybody
plays a big part.
else, they're not rolling the dice
Mhm.
because they don't know where it's going to land, and
What?
they can't. Man, actually don't know if they can afford to take another financial hit.
Nah, definitely not in the Corona world.
I've got another theory
Oh yeah.
Go on.
as to why managers aren't getting sacked in the Premier League at least. It's because of how bad Fulham and Sheffield United are doing. Teams know, okay, we're not going to get relegated.
Fuck's sake.
Them two have taken up that spot.
So there's like a kind of
Yeah.
some semblance of a
Like a s-
sponge that absorbs
safety
all of the
net, yeah.
nonsense and yeah, them lot are there.
And Sam Allardyce and David Moyes are in a job. So
Who else do you call?
who you gonna sign?
David O'Leary.
You know what I'm saying?
Tony
yeah,
Pulis
yeah.
is finished now.
Alan Kirbishley. I think he's still
Oh
looking
my
at
God.
that.
Walking around
Bring him back,
the
man.
UK in
Bring
car
him
parks.
back. I ain't seen him since
Peter
Charlton.
Wingy.
But he sounds cool though.
Yeah. I like
Curbs.
Curbs. The lowest ever number of managerial changes in a Premier League season is 2, and this was back in 95, 96. There have been at least 7 in every season since 2010, 2011, including 3 double-figure totals in that span. So, yeah, this season is a complete outlier in that regard. However, there are people with pressure on them. Like I said, this week, we've had FA Cup ties and not many Premier League fixtures, bar Newcastle and Aston Villa yesterday. So we're just going to bounce around the league and look at some different topics and themes which have arisen. I guess we'll start at the top.
United.
Who's at the top?
United are at the top.
SB, it is Ole Gunnar Solskjær's Manchester United. Sitting top of the table at the halfway stage, mounting an unlikely title challenge. Second half of the season, it is what promises, to be the most open and exciting title race in years. I guess we have to now give credit to Ole.
He's at the wheel.
Some people need to give it reluctantly because, people say and I guess we said it off mic, there is an air that people aren't sure that he still knows what he's doing and he's just like luck.
Do you know what it is?
I don't know if you luck your way to the top of the table.
You see, because he like last season, there'd be games that you'd expect to see United win after winning like a big game, like a massive game when everything looked like it was against Solskjær, like back against the wall. Yeah. And his stars not really performing. And then bam, he'd go and get a mental result. And he'd do that time after time. But he'd go and lose like a meaty game.
Yes.
And you'd think, it makes you, because he's losing the meaty games but winning these mental games, you're starting to question what part of this is luck, what part of this you fell into it, you get me? And then at the start of the season, it's looking the same in the sense of winning big games, but then the smaller games are tight, but you're winning them. But because I didn't know if it was, you didn't know what you was doing when you was winning and losing last season, when you're winning and winning, if you're not winning convincingly, I'm not sure.
The doubts remain.
But then, fuck me. We're halfway through the season and he keeps doing it. Like at
another
some
big win
point,
today.
you've got to say raw. At some point, you got to say raw.
Massive
Doesn't count.
win.
Today doesn't count.
It
Dan
does.
wasn't in the league.
And when I referred to today, I referred to the FA Cup tie at home to Liverpool, which United won 3-2.
Put him in the dirt.
Yes.
Put him in the dirt.
Another big win to add to Ole's CV. United still have to play Spurs, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Villa away from home. How do we see this panning out, SB?
We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. I believe now.
Okay. What's changed for you?
No Kevin De Bruyne, and Liverpool are absolutely bleeding. They're bleeding. Like, I didn't expect Liverpool to bleed that much. I thought it was going to be like, I don't know now, because Tottenham might come in to the title race. Leicester's thereabouts. So it could be a 4-way or 5-way title race. But I was thinking it was a 3-way last week. But no, it's looking a bit 2-way-ish at the moment.
Do you agree? Do you think like City have enough to, I guess, circumnavigate the big loss of KDB, who's starting to find form?
5-way is mad. Like, have you ever heard of such a thing halfway through a season?
No. Not that I remember.
Legitly 5 man.
With a good chance.
Not at the start. These 5 teams look like they're going to be like
3 games in.
We're halfway through now, and there's 5 man.
Very local.
And I think all with good shouts as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had
you disagree with?
No, I mean,
that
I
some extent.
don't think United are the favourites in my book. I think City still have enough, especially because they're not conceding a lot of goals right now. Like, they're solid at the back.
Yeah.
Because of
Ruben Diaz
Or Jonathan.
and John Stones
Credit where credit is due.
and Cancelo. I just want to point out, have you got the league table up there?
I have it here.
If-
My beautiful assistant will get up.
I don't know
first.
if I'm right in this year, but I think if everyone wins their games in hand, because some teams have played 19 games.
So
some have played
City
17.
have a game in hand. Spurs have a game in hand. Everton have 2. Villa have 2 as well.
I think if everyone wins their games in hand, I think Liverpool will be 7th in the league.
Oh, this is what
If
you were
everyone
saying the other day, innit?
Yeah, I don't know. Does that make sense? Is that
So Liverpool currently sit on 34 points and Villa are on 29. So yeah, Villa would go 1 point ahead. Spurs, if they were to win their game, they'd leapfrog Liverpool. They go 2 points ahead of them,
Everton?
and Everton have 2 in hand. They're on 32, and that would take them to 38. So they'd leapfrog Liverpool as well.
so?
What about
hypothetically-
Chelsea?
We're gonna get to Chelsea. We're gonna
They're
get
in
to
a
Chelsea.
separate. They're separate right now.
I'm just saying, right now, Liverpool. I would
They
say
don't have any
Liverpool
game in
are in unfamiliar territory, but
That is, hey, that's Slim Shady, but we're gonna get round to it. Sorry, Jess.
that's cool. I was saying I would say Liverpool are in unfamiliar territory, but barring the last 2.5, 3 years, this is where they were in the league, going about 7th place, isn't it? This is
Yes, it
This is-
feels like an age ago.
home for them.
home. In my lifetime, that's where Liverpool belong.
When were they good? In my lifetime, anyway. I think this is the first time.
Brendan Rodgers, Suarez,
Yeah, well,
little Rafa Benitez,
He
Torres.
Fernando Torres.
Liverpool's been meaty like for at least like 20 plus years now. Like just meaty.
They've been Meady and Steven Gerrard.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's literally it.
Okay, back to Ole. We spoke yesterday on our pre-episode conference call, and we had a hypothetical. We don't usually do it, but if we could, if Ole Gunnar Solskjær and Frank Lampard were to swap roles,
Oh, this.
this hypothetical world, because there's no actual real fixtures on, we were just thinking outside the box.
Hold on.
Do you
This is like if they were like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Yeah, something like that.
Who
The
would be
footballing
Nicolas
equivalent.
Cage, though?
At the minute, it's Ole.
Ole's Nicolas.
He wears the suits, doesn't wear like it's weird things.
Yo.
But if they were to swap roles, do you think there would be any difference in the outcomes and I guess the way the season's played out so far? And I guess I'll ask Scorch to begin
Me?
with. Yeah.
Oh, Ole would have won the league by now, obviously.
If Ole had Lampard's team,
Mhm.
so if Ole was a Chelsea manager, Chelsea will be comfortably in at least second place. Comfortably.
And what
But
makes
listen,
us say this?
Do you know how fast Timo Werner is?
Look, forget all of that.
Can we not? Can we not talk about Werner's pace?
But listen to this.
Oh, he's
I've got a
brilliant.
sicker one for you, man.
Go on.
Just imagine Frank Lampard, yeah, with
Lindelof,
Lindelof.
Maguire, Wan-Bissaka.
You're saying all the names. Wait, just them three. Just them three, man. You've got to make this a unit now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They have to play together.
If Lampard had all those 3 players,
They have to defend.
No
They
Thiago
imagine
Silva.
at the same time.
I'd buy him a red bandana and say you're blood because he'll be bleeding. Bleeding.
Then on top of that,
Okay.
Scott McTominay.
Mhm.
Because
Sauce.
this is the thing. You see, there's certain man that Ole's getting a tune out of that
Yeah.
not any manager could.
Fred.
You
McTominay.
can't convince me. There's no way on God's earth you could convince me that Frank Lampard would get a tune out of Fred,
Martial.
McTominay, Matic at this late stage in his career. Probably, I don't think Greenwood either.
Mhm.
He's a youth that needs a lot of guidance.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, I could imagine Rashford getting lost underneath him. Definitely Martial. Like for me, like, you know, like different coaches have different like strengths and stuff, yeah, and
Yeah.
weaknesses. Like for instance, we know Jose Mourinho breaks creative players, but he also turns, you know, like some Labradors into wild.
Alsatians and
Alsatians,
Rotties and
I'm
yeah.
He does that.
Mhm.
For me, like, one thing I would say is that Frank seems to get his players very fit, very energized, very comfortable on the ball. But what he doesn't seem to do is help man develop a clear identity for themselves.
Okay.
Of what they're
So
doing.
yeah, like when I look at that Chelsea squad, I look at all these talented players.
Yeah.
And most of them, I don't look at them as, I look at them as like this is his position and this is what he does. Now obviously this is in different leagues and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then under Frank, they start to become those creative guys or those attacking guys. You know what I'm saying? Or he's a midfielder. Like when I'm saying a creative guy, I mean I don't really know where he plays best.
Yes.
I don't really know where's best for Werner in terms of where he's going to score the most. I don't know these things.
Yeah, I guess there's a couple examples at the minute. Yeah, some people even saying Ziyech, should he play off the right hand side? Should he play as a 10? You got the whole Werner thing. Should Lampard change the system to make sure and shoehorn in Kai Havertz, who struggled?
On a serious note, I've got faith
say
in Lampard.
The least.
I think all he needs is small little tweaks. Ziyech.
Grant.
Avram
No,
is
Sometimes
very-
seriously,
you
guys,
need
no.
help from an elder statesman who's done it before.
I think we need to move Ziyech inside and probably just something small like another 200 million.
Okay.
He needs it. He needs it.
Back to United, I'd say the hero so far is Bruno Fernandes. Been carrying the team
Bruno
from
Fernandes.
last year.
Bruno
Fernandes.
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 Again, popped up with another important goal today, coming off the bench. Ole said he wasn't happy with being, I guess, when the team was announced yesterday in training, wanted to play every game. Ole said you're not starting, so he stayed after training, practiced free kicks for 45 minutes, comes off the bench, scores a free kick.
Massive.
I
That
think
didn't
Ole,
happen.
and I guess there are still doubts about tactics and whatnot, and there's a few high profile mistakes he's made, but I guess it's wider society as well. I think that he is good with these younger players, and he's got the kind of softer management skills, and I don't know, I'm not like, there's no proof of this, but I have a feeling that this is why kind of the players will play for him as well. He seems to understand this newer generation where they don't do so well with being shouted at.
Yeah.
I'd probably say, across society as a whole, youngsters coming up, they're not like, you don't have your Roy Keanes, your Pallisters, your Bruces, like, we just don't see them around, like, kids that look like men. So I think, like, even the way he's managing Greenwood at the minute is, I guess, credit to him, because it seemed like he's managed to get this philosophical, psychological side, I guess, with this new generation that's coming up. That's probably one thing I'd point to from him.
He's more in
One
touch.
thing I did think, like, and I said this, I don't know if I said it on the pod, I've definitely said it amongst the man them, like, and you can't deny it, is they play for him. Like, fair enough, sometimes, like, performances are underwhelming or whatnot, but whenever there's those moments where it's like, Man United backs against the wall, are they going to sack him? Are they going to, does Pogba need to, when they start going mental, he puts out that meaty team, and they put out that major result. Every time.
And it's happened so many times that we'll probably start to think it's not by surprise anymore. The surprise package for United this season, probably, I say surprise, Paul Pogba. He's managed to refine form where he was probably one of the best midfielders in the Prem, stats wise, in 18-19.
PP.
The PP brand, I think Adidas are going to be all over him again because he's popping at the minute.
Why are we even shocked? We've known he has the ability.
I seen a stat that they put in the group
No?
Don't know.
about Pogba at United and at Juve.
No, go on.
No.
Oh, is it
Roughly.
again? Well, I've seen one before
Bro,
where
it's mad.
the stats are
Similar.
They're identical.
across the like
They're
one
not
game
similar,
different.
they're identical.
Mhm.
Doing
And
the
this
same
was the
thing.
guy that everyone was going crazy for when he was coming to United. But
But I couldn't, like, I was trying to work out, like, I can't make sense of it. Like, if your stats is like something like 120 something appearances, 124 5 appearances, around about 50 goal contributions.
Yeah.
Like, ran 30 something goals and however many assists or something like that. Don't quote me on the figures exactly.
someone
but
out there will have it as well, and they'll probably send it into us to
Nathan.
to
I
be
guess
fair, I think
retweet it.
I'm quite accurate with those.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So,
but I was trying to work out, we'd say, like, it's fair enough to say I wouldn't call Paul Pogba's time at United a massive success.
no,
it's
you'd
not
be
a
going,
massive
you'd be going,
success.
OTT there, I'd probably say.
But it's like, but I don't know how to characterize it then, because it's fair to say his time at United hasn't been as impactful as his time maybe at Juve.
But
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it his fault though?
But I
I'd
don't
say-
know. I don't
I
know
know what
which
it
one
is.
is good and which one is bad.
It's all a matter of perspective, how you're looking at it.
How do you
So-
look at it?
So at Juve, Paul Pogba was seen as, I don't know how old he was, at 18, 19, 20.
When he
So-
would have went, he was extremely young,
Probably
probably
like
about
18,
4
when we was
seasons,
first
5
seeing
seasons.
him,
Now
innit?
he's
Yeah,
probably
so
in his 15,
18 years
19.
old.
6 years.
18-year-old
27
coming
now.
up. Yeah, so there's less expected of him. You don't expect anything. Anything you get is a bonus. He was signed for free. He's just bags of potential. Whereas Pogba at United is £90 million worth. You want
Final
£90
product.
million worth,
It's time
of
to start
player.
showing.
whatever that looks like.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's all it is, just how you're looking at it. You're looking at one Paul Pogba with no expectations, and one with 90 quid,
And
90 million.
I don't think Man United have done well by Pogba in the time that he's been there. Because I think right now this is probably the best United team he's been in since he's there, and creative-wise as well.
Yeah, before he was working with what, Mata, Martial, Pereira.
He didn't.
Pereira.
He had
there
Mourinho
was
as well
some-
as a manager. He's not really the attacking type.
It's crazy how the
Ashley
pendulum
Young.
swings for him like so much. But I guess this isn't the Pogba show yet. Armchair Gaffers at home. Let us know your thoughts on United so far. Who's the hero? Who is the surprise package? We've spoken about him a little bit when we're speaking about Ole, Lampard. When Chelsea scored their third goal against
Sorry,
Leeds in
just
December.
before we go on to move away from United, I just want to say the debating ain't stopping. KDB, De Bruyne, KDB, De Bruyne, KDB, De Bruyne, KDB. Yeah.
Fernandes.
Sorry, yeah, Fernandes, KDB or Fernandes, KDB, Fernandes. I don't know why I said De Bruyne. I think it's because of the B, Bruno. Boom. But yeah, like, I just want to clear the air on Bruno.
Let's
I'm
go,
not a
man.
United fan.
Mhm.
I'm not
Far
a
from it.
City fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rate it when both them lose. When they get pricked off, I love it. But I love football. I like when good football. Anyway, but like, it's so mad. Like, I need people, yeah, like, I feel like people are fans of either one or whatever.
Yeah.
And they hide behind shit. Like, neither of them are the complete player.
Far from.
Like, KDB didn't score in open play for months on end in the
Got
league.
no
Was it up until
no
the
stats.
Chelsea game? Yeah.
Months on end.
Zero numbers.
And his goals in the Champions League is poor.
His numbers
Yeah.
are poor.
But though, yeah, because he plays so well and we know he's got so much ability, we hold on to the good bits and kind of ignore some other bits.
Eye test.
Yeah? Like, man will tell me KDB is better than Bruno, yeah, because he's better on the eye.
Elegant.
He's nicer. Sorry. But then on the flip side, man will say Bruno's better than De Bruyne after he's gonna play shit for 89 of the 90 minutes, but in one of them he's gonna have a mad moment of quality.
Yeah.
But he's gonna maybe end the game with like 60% passing
Completion.
which is mental.
Yeah. Yeah.
But though, it's like, for me, like, I feel like man need to like stop comparing them, and more than that, like, look at them for what they are and judge them on that. Like, for me, I'm gonna I can't judge Kevin De Bruyne on how many goal contributions he's got in comparison to Bruno, because that's not what made him great in the first place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I shouldn't be
you're right.
comparing Bruno to KDB and saying Bruno isn't good because his playing style isn't as nice and elegant as KDB's. That's not what got him to United in the first place.
Yeah.
Busting up the net, creating goals, opportunities for other people. That's what got him here.
Yeah.
So when he's continuing to do that, which is the reason why they bought him, he's doing his job.
Yeah. We are using KDB as the barometer for greatness. Yeah, when
Like,
that
it
was
don't make
never
sense.
the required criteria. Yeah, I like it. Chelsea, I guess go back to December. Yeah, when they scored their third goal against Leeds in December, it was hard to dismiss that they were mounting a serious challenge for the title. The Blues had fixed their defensive
Mountain.
fragility. Yeah, big up him. He gets mentioned later on. And they were fluid in attack. Frank Lampard had begun to see the consistency he desired. Flash forward a month later, and it seems as if the Chelsea boss's days are numbered after crashing back down to earth. 5 defeats in the last 8 games have left the Blues 11 points adrift of top spot, where they sat so comfortably just a month ago. Where did it all go wrong for Chelsea, Jess?
Was it one of you guys that said that Frank, puts too much faith in certain players?
I didn't say that.
didn't say that.
I
Oh,
have
no,
never said
no.
anything.
No,
it was
no.
a theory that was
To be
given
fair,
to us.
Ahmed Abdullah said it.
It was a theory that was
Is that
given.
what it was, yeah.
Yeah, Ahmed said it.
I was just thinking about that.
You wasn't, when I said it to you at first, you weren't really
I was thinking about it. I
Okay.
thought
It's had
about
time
it.
to let it.
reflected.
Go on, Jess.
And I've come to the conclusion that that's not it.
Oh, you ruled it out.
The problem at Chelsea is that Frank doesn't. He's got a theory, but I think he's too dated. The other day when they lost the game, I think last week, against Leicester, he was talking about players running and whatnot. That's dated, Frank. You're not talking about the quality of the ball. You're talking about players just running. And for me, that's a man who belongs in grassroots football or in maybe lower league football. You've got quality players in your team like Pulisic, Ziyech, Mason Mount, and you're talking about running. For me, that doesn't bode well with me. But maybe I'm looking at it from a different angle, a different perspective. But
have you lot ever watched Chelsea and thought, oh, they don't look fit or they're not running enough?
No.
Looking at
Only
Chelsea,
Aspilicueta, but he's just old and his legs
He's
are
tired.
dead.
No,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
tired.
Their
He's been
game
tired.
management is poor.
Yeah.
I don't any leaders on the pitch when
Oh, no,
stuff's
they got
going
Thiago.
wrong.
Thiago Silva
Thiago Silva.
But they
falling out of love with him already.
they
Or
thought the grass was when they had. I think there was a time when they
17
won-
unbeaten. They were.
Yeah, they was going through a little streak and everything was looking rosy, but it wasn't fooling me because they was playing crap teams.
yeah, and the thing is about being fooled. We were fooled by Chelsea for a long time. I haven't seen style at Chelsea since Antonio Conte when he had Alonso and Victor Moses.
Alonso was moving.
Well,
Alonso is so sick.
Yeah,
Brazy.
Sorry
And the
to
only
say
reason
this,
that-
Alonso is sick.
Brazy
The only
wing
reason
back.
they
Not
changed that
6'6", but
is because they got battered by Arsenal, got embarrassed,
3-0
At
Arsenal,
Emirates,
3-1 I think it was.
and then that allowed him to say, "Okay,
Exactly.
this
But
isn't
don't get
working."
twisted though. Conte always was planning on that.
It seemed like
wanted to
Arsenal
He's like, oh
were
my
the
God.
catalyst.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Look, see,
This is
See,
why.
look.
But then, yeah,
He
but
done the Jose after they got battered. After Madrid got battered, he said, "Look, see,
Yeah.
I told you, lot.
Yeah, yeah,
You play like that."
and then you can
Now let me
implement
go
your
back to
real
my
idea. Yeah.
defensive.
yeah, but then since then I haven't really seen a style with Chelsea. I mean, they had Hazard getting them out of trouble a lot. Hazard and to
Yeah.
some extent Willian getting them out of a lot of trouble a lot of
Europe.
times.
Times,
And then now they've lost both players. We're starting to see that there's not really a style at
Just
Chelsea.
pass.
Do you know what? Do you know what I think it is? More like, I agree with you. This is gonna sound like I'm contradicting, man. But I think what it is like they've got a style, but that's all they have. Like I feel like it's a style thing rather than a philosophy. As in, they know they want to pass, they know they want to look after it, want to play in small areas, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's, do you understand why? Like, do you get what I'm saying? You know, when you fully comprehend
Where's it going?
why you're doing what you're doing,
yeah.
it makes everything different.
Yeah, that's a complete package. Yeah,
But you see, like when you're, this is the way we play, but you don't actually, like the gaffer wants us to play like this. That's a style thing. Like the gaffer wants you to get it hit. The gaffer wants you to play in tight areas. Yeah, but do you understand do you understand in when you're looking at the fucking totality of a 90-minute game, why you are doing that now for 3 minutes or 2 minutes? Or do you understand why? Or are you just following orders? Because the thing is, when the team as a whole have a shared philosophy, then even when it's going good or not going good or whatever, you know where you're trying to
fall
get
back
to.
onto.
But you see, like in a time like this for Chelsea, we're just searching now.
it's crazy because when
what
it
do
was
we do?
just
Everyone's getting a goal.
17 unbeaten, it seemed like it had clicked, and I guess people from the outside were saying Chelsea are in a title race, and credit to Lampard, he was trying to measure expectations or kind of trying to dampen
he
the pressure
knew-
on himself. He
he
was
knew
always saying
there's
there
a
was
lot of
never a
luck.
title race.
He knew that the results were a lot of luck. And whenever we say, 17 unbeaten or this and that, we never really look into it. We don't say, cool, of those 17.
No. SB.
I do.
When I say we,
free the teams they play.
yeah, SB probably would. Yeah,
He told me about Leicester as well last season.
yeah. But I'm
Chelsea.
saying as a whole, we never say
And Chelsea.
we never say, all right, cool, this team's been unbeaten for 17 games. Okay, you're not saying in those 17 games, 5 of those games include Champions League games against
Legia
teams from
Warsaw.
Fuck
Yeah.
knows.
So 3 of those games were Champions League games, 2 were League Cup games. Yeah. So that's 5 out of 17. 12
It
were Premier
still
League games.
counts.
Couple prem draws in there
teams,
probably as
teams
well.
rarely go
Draws-
17 games
draws
unbeaten.
against the bigger Prem teams, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then wins against Fulham.
Newcastle.
Relegation
You've got-
for them.
exactly. You
Yeah.
got to really look into it.
Leeds,
You know what I mean? So
They were top of the table.
West Ham.
That says a lot for me.
So have like 6 other teams.
Have
on
you
top of
seen
the
his
table.
record against the top 7 or 8 teams?
It's not
Lampard?
great.
He lost to
Got the
Arsenal, so
worst-
I know he can't be that good.
He's lost
It's
to
not
Oli about 4 times, so he can't.
Yeah, it's not good. I guess with their signings that they made and the money they spent, I guess expectation was like really high, and they're supposed to catapult Chelsea to dizzying heights, but they've all struggled. My question for you, SB, is with all of the signings they made and the money they spent, there's pressure. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Ziyech all haven't settled just yet, and that was supposed to catapult Chelsea to dizzying heights.
Has Mendy settled?
Yeah, I had a argument with one of my good friends about this, and I was pro Mendy, and he was saying like it's too early to even. He says I went over the top.
Class judgment on him.
But I
You
guess
see the goal Kepa let in today?
he's just reminding guys why he's behind, why he's behind
Every
Caballero.
single time.
He's messed.
Yeah, he's behind Willy Caballero now, and that, he just reminded us why.
But you know what though? Yeah, sorry. I don't think did Lampard make these signings?
Yes.
How do we? This is something else that needs, I guess, settling or needs speaking on. How do we decide when a player is a manager signing and when not? When not? Because whenever a player seems to underperform, doesn't live up to the price tag, it's always the question gets raised. Was this a manager?
This is how it works.
It's a manager signing. Was this a board signing? But when it does click, everyone's like, "Yeah, great signing."
Genius.
Listen, there's a committee in most clubs, okay, and they'll go to the manager and say, "Manager, these are the players we're looking to get: A, B, C, and D."
Yeah.
Manager will be like, "Oh yeah, I really fancy A and C. Not sure about B and D." Tough, we've already signed D. That's how it goes.
Oh, we was hoping that you'd
We
won
just
it.
flip through the
We'd already done
catalogue.
it, but we
Yeah,
was hoping
that's
you'd won
how
it.
it goes.
Yeah, it's something that I hear a lot, and it's like, oh, that's definitely not a manager signing. Whenever it doesn't work out, but I never hear anyone say, "Oh, he scored 30 goals this season. Great signing from the board." Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Some of them as well are hard. Like there's ones that are like, you're like when Barcelona, for instance, like I know this is not the same thing, but for instance, like when Tata Martino got the Barcelona job from Newell's Old Boys,
big team. in
you are
Argentina.
Messi's somebody's brethren's cousin, friend, next door neighbor. Clearly, like that. There's no other explanation. Like 1/5 at Tottenham. You
Came
must
from
be.
Poch's
You
club.
clearly live on the same road.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Mauricio
he's
Pochettino.
definitely linked
Gazzetta.
to
Sighting.
to Poch.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Gazaniga. This is quite obvious. You get me?
Yeah, there are signs of it, and yeah, those are two good examples. But yeah, I do need that. People, I don't know, maybe stop say, or maybe say it's a board signing when it works out, and then I'll be able to kind of accept it. I'd say Chelsea's. I'm sorry. My question to SB was, how much longer do we think Lampard has if this current run of form continues? People were saying that after the Leicester game, if they did lose, he would be sacked. He was managing today against Luton Town.
How
much longer do you think he's got?
I thought he was going to get sacked after the Leicester game, but
It was close, man. I think
since he's not been sacked after that Leicester game now, it's making me think, are they going to sack him?
Roman
this season?
Abramovich turned soft.
Is he losing his touch?
Like if you wouldn't sack him now, like if you ain't sacked him, why are you gonna sack him?
What more does it take?
What does it
how
take
much
now?
worse can
You've
it get?
seen
Yeah.
the performances and everything. So my thing is, I don't know if it's they're waiting till the summer for a manager. But then I'm thinking, what manager? Because the managers that they would be interested in, most of them are available now.
Yeah. I have heard Brendan Rodgers is in the running, and we're going to speak about him and Leicester next.
Not bad.
And I don't know what you guys' thoughts on that are.
I thought he should have went to
Rodgers
Arsenal,
at Chelsea.
I
think
thought he should have went. Arsenal should have went for him instead of going for Arteta. I said it to all my Arsenal mates.
He signed a
Before.
new contract at Leicester
Doesn't-
about the same
Doesn't
time.
mean anything.
Just means to run more P to get him out.
On the subject of Chelsea getting Brendan Rodgers, his old club Celtic.
Chelsea being his old club as well.
Yep, he was there with Mourinho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it wasn't it?
That's
But no, Celtic
Did a lot of
apparently
learning.
trying to get Rafa Benitez. Just for that.
Chatting
High profile stuff, man.
so much shit in my ears.
I'm
I
not
can't.
lying.
profile stuff.
I've maybe been lied to.
You're like,
but
you've been
I'm
like,
You're
not-
just
I'm not
regurgitating
lying.
what you've
Yeah,
heard.
yeah, SPL
Uh,
news.
Yeah,
If
we'll
I
get
see
round
Rafa
to that.
Benitez.
He would
in
never.
It's gonna be the first time, Rafa, that I say, you know what, I'm not watching you.
But you're forgetting. You guys aren't seeing the bigger picture.
The Gerrard and Benitez clash.
Benitez, Gerrard.
It's cute. Oh, I guess he created him and had an
Yes.
impact on him. But I guess
Is this a movie, SPL? Like,
Yeah,
is this some sort
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
Hollywood
yeah.
movie you're trying to make here?
Was it?
the Master and Apprentice series.
Avengers. I lost
That is
everything.
messed.
Some
Because of
entertainment with the
I don't
manager.
know who you are.
Fuck the SPL anyway, man.
Hey, but can I say though? I think Brendan Rodgers,
Mhm.
this Chelsea team, I think he wins the league in 2 years.
Flying.
Yes, yeah.
That's
It's
just
not-
Chelsea.
it's not a
It'll
match.
take
It's not a
time to
matchup.
settle.
Yeah, but
It's not
I'm
a
telling,
matchup.
like, you see the Chelsea team in terms of what they have, it's not far from the Leicester team. I'm not saying it's the same thing,
Types of players.
but they got very similar players.
Vardy, Werner.
Did you see it
Bro,
right?
You lot-
it's
you
like,
lot make
I
me
know
sick.
obviously you're gonna need quadruple the amount of chances,
Madison Mount.
but Werner has got the speed.
He could
He's got
turn someone
loads
into
Just
making
Yeah,
needs
chances.
the
speed.
direction.
Chelsea's hero so far this season has been Mason Mount, genuine bright spark in a mixed bag of a season for Chelsea. The surprise package, Kurt Zouma, gone from a one-time laughing stock to a key piece of the Blues backline until the last 3 games when Rudiger's come back in. And
I'll be honest with you.
He's horrible. They're all
See
horrible.
Zuma. See Zuma. Mate, I said this when everyone started getting sick because you're scoring power headers. Okay, cool. That is cold.
4 in like 10
Getting
games.
pumped, giving the
Can't.
ball.
It's cold. It is cold. But though, I said to man, when man were like, it might have been you. I said, Zuma got I said, no. Zuma is playing next to somebody that's pattern. That's it.
Chatting to him through the game.
Yeah.
Babying him.
Got his shoulder in his look. Come on, we're crossing the road now.
Yeah.
Like,
Give me a hand.
You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
me?
yeah.
It's
we're-
that
we're
kind of
by a
thing.
road.
Exactly.
but Zuma, you don't fool me. That's why, brother,
Don't be
bro,
fooled.
they're getting quenged regularly now. He's just not doing nothing mad.
Yeah, I'm here for Kurt Zouma and the resurgence and the way he's I guess restarted his career because it was sliding a little bit. But I'd definitely say he is their surprise package. On
Tried to say
Leicester
Billy Gilmore as well.
today played really well.
Bruv,
Even though it's against like Luton Town, I don't care who you're playing against.
Boy
There's
is
signs
a baller.
That he
Oh,
was
Billy.
absolutely dictating at one point. I
I
was like,
love that
this is
little
good to
kid.
see, man.
Him and I want to see George McEachran get a chance.
Josh
man.
McEachran.
Because
no,
it's
George.
his, because it
Trying
didn't
to
work
say.
out. It didn't work out for his brother all those years ago.
Forget Josh McEachran. He's somewhere getting
We said George.
twos and a Maggie somewhere.
Probably in Holland or something.
Little bit of that. Leicester, Brendan Rodgers. I'm going out on a limb. They're currently in 3rd position. They're genuine title contenders this season. They've done it once, and I can't see a reason why they can't do it again and upset the odds. There's a genuine toughness about Brendan Rodgers' side, and they all seem to be playing for each other. Madison setting the world alight.
Sure, Dan.
I'm all for like JM10. Yeah, has to be going to the Euros. If not, then the whole thing needs to be ripped down
You
and
reading
start
him
again.
like that?
He can't go.
He can't. I don't think he can.
No,
lot are
he should go.
you
He
lot
can't.
are
crazy.
Mount is going.
He has to go though.
Mount
There's
has his
more
ticket
than one
already.
midfield. Like it's not Mount or Madison. It's not
The mad thing is,
Foden, Mount. Like
what's crazy?
James
about-
Madison as a standalone player. Like to leave him at home. If he's gonna be watching it like me, then the whole thing needs to be started again. Rip it down. Start again.
Madison, Mount, Grealish.
Pretty similar.
Grealish plays on the left. Why
Southgate
does
ain't got a
everybody
clue.
like to pretend as
They
well?
keep bringing him
It's so
inside.
bad. Like all of
And
us,
then compare,
we all
like,
do it.
Mount
we
versus
say
Grealish.
yeah, like we talk about CM Grealish, number 10. We never ever talk about left wing
Where he
Grealish,
really
where he
lives his
plays
life.
all
Just
his
because he
ball.
comes inside, isn't it? Probably that's probably why we think he's central. Even I think he's central.
James Madison. I'm going on. Yeah, on record. If he doesn't go, I'm done with it all. I'm not buying another
I'll
England
leave.
shirt, even if it's nice.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised
even
if
if it's the
Gareth
slim
doesn't
fit shirt
take
that you
him.
can wear
though.
to Shoreditch. I
wouldn't.
won't buy it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, the other day, because I'll be real, there was a time when I had to have a look at young James's team.
I remember you
I had to-
doubted him. I was there.
I had to have a look. No, whoa! I just clocked that sentence. It's crazy.
Well,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
you didn't. Yeah,
His output as a footballer.
Yeah.
is what I meant. But yeah, so Dan and I was having a discussion or whatever, and Walks was very firmly backing Madison, and I didn't. I was like, yeah, he's got it a bit, you know, but why are you speaking as if he's any different to his contemporaries or whatever? Anyway, he did an interview the other day, and I was
Bro.
like, that's the, that,
I know
that's the
that
interview
kind of
I
that
was
resonates
looking
with.
for.
Yeah.
Blood. He said, "Raw, I just
4
took it all
minutes.
in."
Yeah, that was better than
Just chatting, man.
Daily Duppies. It was better than firing the booths. What the other?
When was he gonna
link
stop,
up
man,
TVs?
with
Like,
that
that was
boo-hoo
4
stuff?
minutes of mad.
We
Mad.
we believe. We
Man said,
believe.
man
We just
said-
fight for each other.
SB, you weren't having it.
You're not on
We
that.
just fight for each other.
It's because he's on your door.
Whatever, man. It was cute. It was cute though.
I like it. I
It
can't
was
lie.
cute.
It's
It was
refreshing.
cute.
He spoke
Worrying.
about tactics.
Yeah.
He spoke about the mindset, psychology. Just we read that article when we did the Daily Gaffer. speaking about how they were going to put the season right from last season where they fell away in Jan. It was just like, you don't see that. Usually,
You know
it's
what he said as well? That I
3
liked?
points,
He was
get on the
like,
bus, go home.
Played out.
he's like, like I reflect. I had some time to. I've reflected on myself, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna start working on this and working on, and I worked and worked and I was like, blood, this is
It's hard not to
I'm
like
kind of
that
here
stuff.
for this.
I respected it, but
I'm here for
why
it.
did Sky Sports give him so much time? They
Because
don't
he
give
was
everyone
going, he
that
went
time.
off.
Going
He
in,
went
though.
off piece.
He's
That's
going
what it
in.
was. It weren't the usual 3 points. Boys played well.
I can't stand
We'll go
that.
again tomorrow. Like it weren't that. He said things where they were like, "Right, we haven't heard this for years."
You know that this guy here. He's about to press the red button, and his
No.
editor,
Shreves
the
and
chief
them man are
editor's
like,
gone,
"Don't stop there."
He was going on. I was
it
thinking,
was
wow,
gold.
like, is this meant to be happening?
What did you think of it, Jess? Or are you just not interested in that kind of
No.
stuff?
I would say Madison for ages, long before everybody. So I'm all for Madison, but how can we fit Madison, Mount, Lingard, and
Grealish.
Dele Alli in England squad? All
How
in.
would you do that? I guess their hero so far for me still is Jamie Vardy. 34 years young, striker is still giving opposition, goalkeepers, centre backs nightmares. He's now out with a hernia though. He needs
That's not long. That's
he
not
needs
long.
a minor operation.
He's 34. I didn't
So he's
even
gonna miss a
realise
few
he was
games.
that
Maybe it could be seen as a rest for him.
Listen, his diet will let him play until he's 37, 30.
Oh, the Port and
You know-
Lucasade and
You know the
Snuffs.
scariest part about Leicester. You know the scariest part.
Indeed.
oh, what they have returning.
old.
Crazy. Ndidi, Soyuncu, and Scorch's favourite right back in the Prem, who probably won't be there much longer.
He has to go. Tottenham need to go again.
Um,
And you know what you know what you should have done last time.
there was a lot of talk this week about Fofana, Jamie Redknapp, as he does. He was going like he goes over the top sometimes. He
couldn't
goes
hack it.
off the edge. He's saying Fofana is going to break the centre back or the defender's transfer record. He said it already.
Well, if Man United's
The other
about,
night, he said, yeah, he's going to break Maguire's thing. And this is after Fofana playing probably around 15 or so games in the Prem. He went out on a limb and said that's going to be the next
big thing.
most expensive defender ever. I don't know if I'm there just
Impossible.
yet. Fofana is
He's
mustard.
right though.
Impossible.
Fofana is
There's
mustard.
no defenders. What defenders is there?
What do you
He's
mean,
not gonna break-
in
he's
the
not
Premier
gonna
League
break the
or
record,
in the
though.
world.
He's gonna
Well,
break the
so
record.
Harry Maguire, 8 million.
Nah.
You know
He
why
said
he's not
Fofana.
going to break the record? Just purely because the way things are set up right now.
Might take a little while
Yes,
for it to
yeah.
bounce back. And he's
And as
young.
well, there's another thing. When man are breaking the transfer record, you need all of the boxes ticked. Tell me a player that in their position doesn't tick all of the boxes and breaks the transfer record.
Comes to luck as well, though. I think it comes to timing.
Because he's
Dembele.
too short to
Contracts.
get the transfer
Yeah, if we're being
record.
honest, what's he, a 5'11", just about 6 foot? He might be 5'10".
Don't get twisted. Man will run the P,
Yeah.
but are you going to make somebody that is under 6 foot the all-time most
Yeah, is he
expensive
going to get into
centre
the
half?
Guinness? Yeah,
You're
yeah,
probably
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Being real.
And I guess, yeah, that theme continued and people started speaking about Leicester's business in the transfer market and how good it usually is. And what I have clocked is that they usually buy the replacement a year early, is what I've
Yeah.
clocked.
Yeah.
So they bought Soyuncu when Maguire was still there, knowing that he was probably going to go. They did the same, or they seem to have done the same with Justin, bringing him in when Pereira looked like he was going to go if he carried on playing at that level, and probably will.
By the way, we questioned young Justin.
SB.
That's one of my ones to watch later on. But we'll speak about that. But
Yeah.
So
proper
yeah,
player.
their business model is set up really well, and yeah, I guess they knew Chilwell was going. So yeah, Justin can play there as well.
My
And
God, I just
it's
realised.
they just buy them a year early,
just
get
in
him a
case.
little bit of exposure, get him playing alongside
The
whoever
players.
it is,
Yeah.
sell him for 80 million, and you've got your replacement there already.
Chilling.
So the Damari Gray's been replaced by
Harvey Barnes.
no, the fuck, because you man are talking about first teamers.
What,
No.
Cengiz Under?
Genghis Under is his replacement, isn't it?
They had Dennis Pratt
For the bench.
Yeah,
Bench for bench.
So
His contract's done in a set.
yeah. Tomorrow.
Ah, yeah,
based
it's
on
cold.
that, yeah.
Ooh, bestsellers.
Based on that, that means
Let's
they
go.
are not replacing Vardy for a long time.
Because yeah, Inacho doesn't step up to the plate. But then I don't know, they're probably on the hunt already
Yep.
for Jamie Vardy's
summer.
replacement.
Yeah, but he's
This
not there.
summer.
No,
Fact-
he's
the
not
fact-
there
the
yet.
fact
So
he's not there
yeah,
right
he's
now
not going.
Means
Is he?
Vardy will be here next season at least.
Yeah.
One more.
When Leicester buy a new centre forward, then we know. Cool,
That's
this
when
is
we know.
Vardy's last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And you know what? They actually just sold Soleimani.
Slimani's gone. Yeah.
I think they'll buy one in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
They need to anyway.
I think the only thing they've got wrong is probably Ayoze Perez. That hasn't really worked out.
they spent peas on
Big
him
money as well.
Yeah, spent about 30.
They forked out. Yeah, they forked out.
But he's
You can
not
do that.
listening.
You can do that when you get
He doesn't care.
6 out of what,
He
7
can't hear it.
signings, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
You're like-
Ayoze Perez, he's looking at this totally different. He's like, right, I started off near Scotland.
Mhm.
Nah,
I'm moving
I'm
down.
in the Midlands.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
He's like, give this a little bit more,
I'll be in
and I
London.
must can rock up at West Ham.
Or
again.
Palace.
Yeah. Then it'll be on. Then it'll be on the coast.
Paris.
Dennis Palace.
We wanted to speak on Brighton. Scorch wanted it on the agenda. Currently
Yeah.
sitting in 17th place.
Wait, none of you lot didn't want to talk about Brighton?
I want to
I like
talk
Graham
about
Potter. I like his
Basuma.
jackets and
They're
stuff.
like Leeds.
Young Eves.
Yeah, young Eves. Ease by name, ease by nature.
Nice.
Saint.
Like that.
Yeah, like that
Saint.
boy there.
You Saint Basuma,
He can, from what I've seen so far of him in the Premier League,
Billy.
he can do it at most levels.
Linked,
I went on-
linked
I
with
remember arguing with-
Liverpool.
Sorry, Dan, go on.
Yeah, Bazuma. I guess that goes to show how well he's playing. Yeah, linked with Liverpool.
Okay.
Wouldn't work.
Nah, Thiago's not working, is he?
Bro, if I think Basuma works perfect under Rodgers. My opinion. I think Basuma's one of them adaptable midfield. I can't
Yeah.
see who Basuma couldn't play for.
Because what is he? Is he a DM? Is he a box to box?
The box.
He's
Is
a
he a-
I
prob-
feel like he plays DM,
Advanced.
but
He's not a
he's playing
DM.
within himself.
He's not a DM.
Because when he turns it on a little bit
That's
and
what I'm
flicks the
saying.
switch, he's
I thought he was a
jigging past
DM until I was
people.
seeing him. Making
He's
shots.
The goal.
he's a switch flicker. Like,
Tempo
he's
just changes. Yeah.
Boom. The gaffer, gives him a job. He goes and does the job.
Mhm.
But sometimes, occasionally, and then,
Flexes.
bro, you see when
It's
he,
that,
you
it's
see
the-
when
the
he clicks
sharpness
that
in
switch, and he's 40 yards from goal,
Mhm.
and he does he turns it on now. He just glides past someone,
It's
and
tidy, man.
the technique,
It's clean.
he's going for insane,
the-
insane.
With the
tech.
Nike Pro over the hands, like pulled like that. That's when I realized that was it for me. I was like, he's a player, like that. Yeah,
Playing like that.
It's crazy.
And when he laughed at Arsenal,
That showed the nasty side, which I like.
boy.
That showed the nasty side, which I
love.
You need that if you want to get to the
He, I
top.
think, was at Lille.
Was he?
Ah,
I think. I'm not sure. Dan, can you check it
Making
out,
sense.
Good player,
Because if
man.
he was at Lille, I want to do some digging because Lille seem to have like a kind of a
Hotbed?
conveyor belt. Yeah,
Little
Hotbed.
conveyor belt.
yeah. Because
they do.
they Gervinho.
Hazard.
I know where you're going with this.
No, I'm just saying.
sick
No.
man.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Lille's,
you're so right. Yeah,
bit
came,
Lille, yeah?
came from Lille.
no, they seem to be a hotbed of talent. Like Hazard,
Where did Pepito come from?
Lil.
Pepe. He's from Ivory Coast.
They're not going to count
He
that
don't
one.
deserve it to be.
Um,
club, does he, right?
Brighton's star so far is Neil Maupay, starting to chip in with a few goals. He's also becoming like one of my cult heroes.
Fucking
He's
hate
got a
him.
bit of a mean streak as well, which I like. Surprise package, probably not a surprise to some people. Tarek Lamptey, the young wingback, is receiving admiring glances from the EPL's top 4 and across Europe, which is why Bayern Munich are still very much interested in him.
If
I'd
you're
take
black and you're young and you kick
And
ball,
you're small.
And you're fast.
speed is necessary.
Very necessary.
You're in with a chance.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
On the radar. Speaking on,
Sorry, before we move off
Yeah.
from Brighton, so this is my point about Brighton
yes,
is that they're playing really good. Like do we all rate Graham Potter in it? Do
Yeah.
you all think
yeah,
he's a decent
Potter's a
manager?
guy. Potter's a guy.
I'm a fan of Harry Potts.
Potter's a guy.
So, but my point is anyway is that it doesn't matter like what's going on. It doesn't matter who the gaffer is, who the players are.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I look at the table, Brighton are just in the same ends.
Yes, they're 17th they are, but they're still 5 points
Like, it's
clear.
mad.
It don't matter what they do, they're
Yeah,
still
they're gonna be
relegation.
alright.
They're gonna sack someone and get someone else, and
Same
then they're
thing.
just gonna be there.
Got rid of their keeper, Matt Ryan, been a very good keeper, Australian keeper. Got rid of him this week, went to Arsenal on a loan deal, and Graham Potter said like he's not really bothered, like not interested. Where most teams will probably fight to keep a Matt Ryan, he said nah, we've got
You know,
Sanchez. That's it.
he's got one of the worst.
Names.
Oh no.
Oh,
Who? Potter.
No, he's got one of the worst saving percentages.
Who's that, Matt Ryan?
Or might be goals conceded. conceded or
like shots to go. Yeah, he was having a
that
bit of a
bad?
clanger at the start of this season, but he's been reliable for them. But yeah, Potter wasn't
Alright, I
interested.
liked him from Valencia.
Yeah,
to be
they had
honest.
to. They had Gunnar,
Yeah, came from Valencia.
Gunnarsson, they had Arsenal. That they had as their second keeper.
Runnerson, I think.
Runners,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
fucking shit. So
Oh,
they had,
he's-
they
he
had
had
to
a-
get.
he had a bit of
They
it,
had
man.
to get something in January.
Arsenal are funny. They got rid of the best goalkeeper.
Yes, but guys, I've explained
That
it was
they've
all
had.
about the finances. Because had they sold him a year before, he'd been worth about 200k.
Yeah.
Fast forward 12 months, he's now worth
Worth 10.
17 to 20 million. It's good.
just
It's good
peas.
business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why not sell
Because
Leno?
no one was coming in for Leno. You
He was
understand?
out injured
And
as
you're
well,
you're
wasn't he?
forgetting as
Just
well
come back from
is
injury.
that they spent more than that on Leno. So in terms of like money you make, profit on Martinez was a lot more,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
easier to sell.
Or should be down to football.
No,
Or
Carol,
Me
no.
personally, I'm
Let's be
keeping
like that.
Martinez though.
Regardless of everything,
But Arsenal
regardless of
problems-
net spend.
Arsenal's
Because
problems
you know
go
it is,
much
yeah. You
deeper.
start to because you can make sense of it, yeah, and you can make it make sense. But the reality is,
he's better.
you sold the better footballer.
Scary.
It happens in football.
Gaffers, let us know who's the better keeper, Leno or Martinez. We haven't spoken on the Premier League champions, and it's strange that they probably fall this far down the agenda, but Burnley ended Liverpool's 68-game home unbeaten run. What do we think?
Ashley
Of,
Barnes.
yeah. What do we think of the celebration start with? Because it seems like he made it up. And we compared it to when your son or your little cousin wants to show you some new trick,
Bruv, what
but they
was
haven't
it?
worked out, and you just have to say wow and pretend that you're impressed. But it
Best.
was really weird. But that's gone now. That home record,
Gone.
not as good. I think we need to pick up Chelsea, who hold this record.
That 4
Like
years.
their one though,
fucking
that
hell,
was a
what is that?
proper
That
fortress.
won't
Like,
be beaten.
You know when I was looking at the numbers, yeah.
That just won't be beaten.
See what I was imagining in my brain? It wasn't even football. Like in my brain, yeah, I was just imagining like Stamford Bridge, like with like a mad barracks and shit. Like, like it just felt like a castle. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Maximum
that is-
security.
you go there, it's a myth. You're
Airport,
thinking, no
prison.
3 points.
86 games they went. So that is just ridiculous. And I
What
think
time period was that over? Do you remember?
it ended in 2008. It would have been, I think it's about
Oh,
3 to 4 years.
04?
Mourinho started it.
And
didn't
in
he?
that time,
Yeah.
they won the league twice.
One of those seasons, I think they conceded 15 goals. I think it is across the whole
It's
season.
Crazy.
wasn't a nice place, Stamford
By
Bridge.
the way, just random shout, but
Mm.
I think there was a Milan team that done something like similar, or maybe conceded less. I feel like
Who was in it? Was Baresi in
Yeah.
the team? Yeah, they might have conceded
some
Like them.
pathetic amount of
around
goals they
10 or
conceded.
something. Yeah,
Ancelotti
stupid.
time.
Like I can't remember the team, but yeah, it was a
Had
ridiculous
like
achievement.
Baresi, Costa Curta, Maldini.
Horrible stats. Like playing against them, waste of time. But yeah, Liverpool's home unbeaten run came to an end. Klopp and Dijk were having it out in the tunnel. Who do you think would win in a scrap between them?
Dyke.
I think
Dijk-
when
Dijk
Dijk
should all
stopped, when Dijk stopped, Klopp stopped, and he realised
What's
he was
going on?
yeah.
I really want smoke.
I don't know,
probably-
you know. I reckon
Yeah,
people, man, them underrate Klopp's ting, man.
He's a fucking.
He's a
unit as
shouter,
well.
man.
You look pre.
No.
See Klopp's ting. See that one when he see when he
The
goes
down foot.
So I'm telling man, if Klopp gets a
that
little
going.
leg sweep or something,
It's
techie.
I
Dash-
just feel like Dutch can take.
No, no.
But I know,
absolute
see,
shots
Dash-
and he'll roll his sleeves up. With
Dash
the
is like Conor McGregor. Them man they got not maybe not. That's a bit. I was gonna say them man they got no
Respect
ground
him.
game. I know Jurgen Klopp got.
Nah, see,
He just wants to
I know
fail.
When
Dash's
he, look
game.
that one.
I do.
Dash's game is intimidation, so he never actually gets in fights.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
scared. And it worked. It worked.
It works. So you believe, he can fight. You believe he can scrap.
Yeah.
That you know what?
It's the
I'm-
voice.
goatee,
yeah,
I'm
bald
not
head.
gonna. I'm not gonna.
Not in the
there's,
mood tonight.
there's loads of guys out there in the
Bald
real
head.
world, who've gotten away with murder, not physical murder,
Uh-huh.
sorry,
Not
yeah,
real ones.
yeah,
Sure.
but they can't scrap, but they look like they can scrap, yeah,
And they just.
and they just cut through.
They
No
just
one,
cut
no one
through,
bothers them.
Who's the wouldn't want to rock him the most manager in the Premier League?
Who?
Nuno.
Oh no, I'm trying to
I
think.
reckon Nuno can have some.
Nuno probably can have some
GK
Manchester
as
out.
well. He's been clattering, man.
Yeah,
Saying
you have
he's
to be
been
mad
going for the
to
ball
do
for
it.
years.
Scott Parker.
Scott
Yeah.
Parker.
When he's with his Peaky
Yeah.
Blinders mates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like an angry lad, man.
I feel like you
Be
see,
adjusting the
I
tie
feel
and
like
that.
if Scott Parker makes a decision, it's made.
There's zero doubts.
It's made.
Yeah.
But you know who? Do you know who? You know who in his younger days?
Bilic.
Nah, not Billy. It's a good shot. You know who in his younger days I reckon could have some?
1 minute. In the Premier League.
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh, obviously not Zam though.
Wilder.
I reckon
Oh,
Wilder.
Chris. Yeah.
I reckon
yeah.
after he's
Hey,
had a
Chris.
shift in the coal mine, yeah. After he's had a shift in the coal mine,
He
and
don't
had
mind
a
dishing
couple-
them out.
No, it's
the
definitely Chris.
rounds
It's
in.
definitely, it's definitely Chris. It's
I
definitely
reckon
Chris.
Wilder's a difficult man. That's why. All now there's no pressure on him.
Nah, zero. The
'Cause
man,
up
the
there they
chairman
know.
don't want to call him upstairs. Yeah.
Like, they call upstairs. He comes in. Yeah.
What's wrong? Heard you called me in.
Yeah.
We've digressed from Liverpool. Their front three issues seem to kind of click again today, in part with Salah bagging a brace, Firmino great assist. Lindelof could have done better, I think, with his body position, but it seemed to have clicked again. But in the Premier, they're sitting in 4th place. They were favourites at the start of the season, and they're currently stuttering. SB, where do you think it's going wrong?
I had something to say. Sorry, I'm going to come to that.
No,
as well,
no,
but
no stress.
Salah quickly. If Salah doesn't score any goals, what is his contribution in the game?
He does this with his sleeves.
Another sleevesman.
That's it. I was thinking this the other day. If he doesn't score, it's like
Been up
reminds me of
against
like an
Luke
Aubameyang.
Shaw twice, though, in a week.
But though, do you know what the massive but is though? Can't have it both ways. Because Bruno can't be cold and Salah not be cold.
I've got no doubt on Salah, by the way.
You see Bruno involved in the game though, because Bruno gets assists.
And
so
Bruno
he's
passes
involved.
off the pitch like
Yeah,
it's normal.
he does, but Salah doesn't even control the ball. You
I
don't
know.
see Salah
No, I'm saying
He's just on the right
they both
side.
do shit stuff.
chilling on the right side with the line out, and then you just boom, bag, Salah's in.
You're
Kinda
very
cold.
biased.
It's kinda
You-
cold.
you-
Yeah, I feel
you-
like you're
United.
biased.
Yeah,
Bro.
I'm ignoring this.
All right, just take it in
Is
and watch.
SB out
Watch
of
Salah.
line?
Just watch Salah.
But
and
you're
you'll
saying
see.
if he doesn't score, he doesn't do
He
anything.
doesn't do anything.
I'm in agreement with that, and I'm saying
Nothing.
that's
No,
blessed
like
though.
absolutely nothing though.
Because I would rather him than Firmino, who does it all every game.
It's true. Got a point.
Does everything. He plays so nice every game.
What was your question
Look
again? now?
look how great your passing stats are. Don't care. It's goals and
But-
assists.
Doesn't style back heels. Where do you think's going wrong for them? Do you think they're only, as it stands, 6 points off the top?
You know what? I think it's hard for me to admit this. Very hard. But I believe Jess is right. Jess is right
That's
about
a first.
about the system. I think. I believe
Wow.
not having the centre backs is completely ruining the whole system. It's fucking up the full backs,
No,
which
it
is then fucking up the crosses, which is
You
then.
sign here.
So yeah, I think it's the system. I think it's down to the system.
Guys,
And
yeah.
a
I don't know
word
about
on
you lot.
Thiago. Go on, finish, and then a
Thiago
word on
next,
a word
yeah.
on Thiago.
Guys,
I got so.
you guys, I feel like you guys don't really understand the crux of football. Okay,
Nah, I do, but you're
What
right.
are you
Yeah.
talking about?
if I was a football manager, I would not one time go and say I need this player or that player. I'd use what I have. Yeah, I'd build a system around what I have.
Mhm.
Individual players are like they're just tools, but you got to use them the right way. Yeah, you can't just put someone in and say, "Oh yeah, I need this, I need that." You got to use what you have and shape it the way you want it. That's why Liverpool, their thing is failing right now because there's
They've lost their best player and his sidekick.
it's not just a
No, I'm with you. It's like I think. How long we got? Sorry. Yeah, like I totally agree with you, Jess. Like I think like there's so like their system, whether or not it was a case of this is what I got and I'm going to hold it like that. I don't even think that was it. I think there's actually tailored to what he's tailored over the years.
exactly.
And when you look at Liverpool's thing, like it's basically athletics,
And
With
crossing
cold quality in the final third.
Exactly.
Like we're literally playing athletics. However, though, I think Wijnaldum is the link to making them play a bit more football. And whatever it is they're missing,
Yeah.
whatever the balance needs to make them more of a threat going forward, mostly. He provides that. So if someone needs to drop off to fucking, I don't know, track runners or whatever,
He's
it will-
he's the
it will be
complete.
him.
So he's what he has more guile, more craft than Fabinho and Henderson, but he's also a
He's
bit
got-
dirtier
he's
than
got
I say a
enough-
Naby Keita or
Yeah.
the new Thiago.
And he's also got
So
the
he's
legs.
complete-
Like,
yeah, and
if
yeah, he
they
gets up
need-
and down.
See it when the front
He's
three
everywhere.
are struggling. He's the person that's gonna break lines from
He'll
midfield.
go beyond. Yeah.
Go beyond. Like
Yeah.
he's that guy. So you're going from athletes with someone like this. I'm gonna say something that sounds mad. Yeah.
Let's go.
Do you know what he kind of provides? What Seedorf used to provide.
Quality with legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
saying they're the same player. They
Or on
play
the same level. Yeah.
But I'm saying what they provide their teams. Same sort of thing. Like you can't point your finger and say Seedorf does this because he just provides balance. Whatever you're missing,
Whatever
he's
you
gonna
need,
give you that.
will give
Well,
you
right,
that.
well,
Do
right.
you get
Yeah.
me? But
Yeah.
so you go from that somebody that provides balance to now having Thiago in your team. Now, when Thiago's in your team, he's gonna play cold. Yeah.
Do
But-
cold things.
No. He's
Look.
cool, fine. He's gonna do cold things. But what I'm saying is his coldness is gonna be for him. Like, not to say he's a selfish player, yeah, but he's gonna impact the way the whole team is playing. But he's gonna now slow down this
Athletics
team,
team.
that fucking
Rock and roll
excel
football.
in the
Yeah.
transitions.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, what did he say? He says, Arsenal.
Yeah,
Arsenal
classical,
play
and classical, and he likes rock and roll.
He's
Yeah.
heavy metal.
He's heavy
You
metal.
got Thiago in your team. It's ballerina time.
That's that's R&B.
R&B Sunday.
yeah.
You need to
90s,
understand-
90s,
Soulful House.
90s R&B as
When you
well.
lot think of like
Joe and them, man. Sorry.
Wait, look at me and say that.
Just is like, yeah.
No.
when you think of Liverpool, this team, yeah, in their pomp, yeah, you just think of people running
That, like, yeah.
That-
it's
That
scary,
way, just that way.
that way.
Forward.
When
And
I
if they
think
lose
of,
it, they're running back this
That
way.
way.
when I think of Thiago, I think of everyone's going this way
Yeah.
and he's gonna crave that way,
Yeah,
and then he's gonna start again. He's gonna look after it, compose.
and it looks good.
And you know what's
Keep-
cold? It
keep
looks
the ball.
cold, but when you pre it,
He's killing them.
4 other men are that side of the ball now. I'm not saying it's bad.
Is
yeah,
it the
you've
most
kept the ball.
effective style in this team? Probably.
I think Thiago, I know he hasn't played many games yet,
7 or so,
think it's,
I
yeah.
think, in the Prem.
but I think
can't really
it's a
blame him.
case of what's it called? I feel like Liverpool, for whatever the reasons are, and SB pointed out some massive ones. Fuck me, their heartbeat of their team is playing in a different position. Safe. You're gonna, and Klopp, I'm gonna tell you this, you're gonna suffer the same fate that the other clever manager tried. Yeah, see, when you do this, playing centre mids that are good at football, centre back, so they're being good at centre back, it doesn't mean that it's all good. Just play them in a position. And go. I don't know why
Get in
you're
the
saying
market.
you're not gonna sign a centre half.
Supposedly,
Go and sign one.
of my good Liverpool mates said, yeah, the board are, they're saying, yeah, no,
But I can't. You've had some.
keep your
raps.
lunch money.
They ain't
You had
had
some
some
raps.
money.
There's
man.
a-
They
there's
ain't
a
like
few
spending
things,
money, but guy.
I've got a Liverpool fan who said that proper passionate saying Klopp's a maniac. He's insane because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again
Same results.
and expecting the same.
Like, and expecting different
Same
results. Yeah.
results, yeah.
However, Klopp is doing the same thing, yeah, but expecting the same result. When I say same result, I don't mean the result from the previous few
Yeah.
games.
Just
I'm
the
talking
win.
about the results that he's been getting these last few years. Do you know what I mean? So he's been doing the same thing from Mainz to some
Dortmund.
degree to Dortmund to Liverpool. He's been doing the same thing, yeah, and he's been getting the same result. Yeah,
Success.
high pressing, generally more successful football. Like when I say more successful, like the win percentage is higher than their loss and draw percentage. So that's what he's developed. He's developed that over his 15-year coaching career. So he's not gonna, in the blink of an eye, change it.
He has to though, because his cycles, he usually is a 4-year cycle or a 5-year cycle.
I've been examining Klopp, and he's progressed. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
He's progressed from playing like a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-3-1 to the new 4-3-3.
Yeah,
When Jota came in,
Which is
it's
before
all
Jota,
similar.
it was 4-3-3, kind of false 9ish.
exactly. When Jota came in, he went for that 4-2-4.
3-1.
like, yeah, 4
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone forgets that. That
Yes.
was looking cold.
No, I actually, I
Yes.
was,
Cut
I
short.
examined Klopp. Not even Liverpool. I examined Klopp and see
Was
what
this
what he
going to
does
be under the
in the system, yeah, which I haven't done because
life is
COVID.
life is good.
Corona.
Luca.
Oh,
Life
yeah.
is good.
Yeah, but
Ballon d'Or.
I think whenever he reaches like a impasse in his coaching career, he finds a way to evolve. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's not pretty. And potentially, going by what's happened with Klopp before, this could be that time where he reaches an impasse and then he changes it up, rips it all up, and then goes again. So this is part of the evolution.
Do you know what? As you say that, yeah, and I think about it, like it could easily be the case where all of what he's doing now isn't really what he wants to do, but due to Jota not being available, because like you said, they went to the 4-2-4 and it was banging, bro.
They didn't win. They drew 2-2 that game.
That was,
No, but it was
against
banging
City.
though, man.
Yeah.
It was live.
Like,
It
banging,
was
bro.
working.
I'm sure it wasn't one game, man, because I feel like I seen them do it.
That was the most high profile game.
But like that, I could, and this is the thing, I can't see him doing that for one game.
No.
There's no way like you're
No
gonna
one
just
off,
do
no.
that for.
He's just gonna do it and it's gonna work. He'll
But
stick to it.
again, it's very dependent on the personnel. So with that system, you need Hendo and Fabinho in your midfield. Those two cannot be centre back. You need Hendo, Fabinho as the double pivot in the midfield because they're covering all that ground.
I feel like Hendo and Fabinho being there in that system
Facilitates it.
is more important than Van Dijk being at centre back.
Yeah.
If you just take what I'm saying in that system 4-2-4, yeah,
There's no other two players
Yeah.
that
you
can
have to
do
play
that double
Hendo
pivot.
and Fabinho.
Yeah.
That's not to say. For
I tell you
people
what
at
will be
home, Van
good in
Dijk
that,
is
in that system,
Arsenal.
hypothetically speaking, Fabinho and Kante, or Fabinho and Højbjerg possibly even.
Yeah, Højbjerg's had a great.
Yeah, in
Nah,
that
Højbjerg-
double pivot.
Højbjerg can't.
In that double pivot, just in the
Højbjerg.
4-2-4.
Kante, because
Kante and
Kante
Fabinho.
is dynamic.
Which Kante? This current Kante or
Kante in his pomp, man, please.
Alright, cool. I was I was gonna say another name, but then I just thought, nah.
Don't
Yeah.
say it. Say it.
you're amongst friends. The camera's not on.
I was gonna say Valverde,
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Cool. Moving on to Aston Villa. I think it's time they start getting some mentions and some publicity, and we're going to do that. The Midlands club currently sit 8th in the Prem. They spent their transfer budget very wisely in the summer. Shrewd acquisitions such as Matty Cash and Ollie Watkins.
Can we stop
From Championship
pretending Ollie
clubs?
Watkins is decent. He's just all right. Can we
He's
stop?
scoring.
He just had a
Can-
bit of
can
form
we-
for a
can
couple of
we-
weeks.
He is
I
the
don't-
best player, the best striker you'd want if your team went down to 10 men, as they said.
It's one game. Sorry, Dave. Can I get a bottle of water, please? I know we're still rolling, but I'm mad first.
rolling.
And yeah, they've helped ease the burden on Jack Grealish's gigantic calves. They were tipped for relegation by a number of pundits at the start of the season, but after
By the way, shout out Dave.
yeah,
I don't know.
every time.
I didn't really want this. I wanted to talk to
But
Dave.
after had enough of the football
I'll
chat.
have it if you
I'm
don't want
actually
it.
first.
But after their
I'll
7-2
take it.
demolition of Liverpool, the villains have been on the up. Their star of the season so far, it's Jack Grealish for me. One of the best players in the league. Never mind the club, possibly even Europe at the minute.
He's not their star of the season.
Why is it Douglas and
He is
McGinn?
the star of the season.
Lim.
Yeah, right, guys.
Going out on a limb. And the surprise package is Emiliano Martinez. We spoke about him earlier. The ex-Arsenal stopper has provided stability and stopping power for Villa. He's unreal. And also Konsa at centre-back alongside
he's done
Mings.
well.
Crazy.
I
He
got
had
cover.
that stat about not getting dribbled past Van Dijk had last year. I think he boasts the same. Like, people don't dribble
Don't
past
wanna
him.
talk about
He's
it.
babying
So-
in Mings. That's why Mings is so
Can
good right now.
bro, SB, I'm so happy someone's saying it.
Say it again, SB, please.
He's babying Mings. He's looking after him right now.
Partnered Joe Gomez previous in a former life when they were younger.
Do you remember
Really?
when all you man was telling me?
No, I didn't. I don't like Mings.
I know where you're gonna go. Yeah, we were saying Mings for
No, okay,
England.
cool.
Mings
For
for England.
Guys. Start of the season, we done an armchair gaffers England 11 based on a 3-4-3 formation that Southgate would play.
Reality as well.
Yeah, reality.
Because
We had
that's what
blinkers
he's
on.
gonna do.
Okay, we didn't. I didn't name Mings.
When
in
they
my
say
team.
we, they mean them three.
No, I didn't name Mings in my team. Yeah, but Scorch's problem is that I didn't mention John Stones.
And when I mentioned Stones, they all ganged up on me and didn't let me put him in the England team that we was making.
Never happened.
And that was because at the current time, John Stones
Bleeding.
had 0 minutes in the Prem. But
How many goals he got this season?
Jesus
Probably same as Aubameyang.
No.
Wow.
Bro, he's got like 4 goals.
Why
or
did you
something,
look at
man.
me when you said that? As
I
Yeah,
didn't
can't-
even look
can't
at
be
you. I
From
just
the corner of
I
my eye.
just was moving my head.
We're going to wrap up
Right.
our halfway review with Man City. They're currently second with a game in hand on Man United. Following their 5-2 pasting by Leicester in September, it looked like City would struggle to make a title challenge. But Guardiola,
With the help of
credit to him,
with the help of
has managed to
Gundogan.
flip the script and has swapped a high press mentality for a pass and move strategy. It's paid off massively, bringing in Gundogan, who's found the form which they probably signed him for, alongside Rodri, much improved. And Pep's men once again look like genuine title contenders. All of this has happened without Sergio Aguero, if we're going to be honest.
and without Raheem Sterling.
No, Sterling's still there. He had like
He's
a
there
little drought.
physically, but
He had a little drought. We had
he's
a
there
little drought.
physically, but come on, he's not the Sterling that we all fell in love with.
He's not, is he?
He's not. He's not.
It will still end the season with 20 goals in all.
I
comps.
support Sterling no matter what he does. Throughout all them stupid haircuts, I'm still
Still there.
there. I love
His
Sterling.
barbers and hairdressers is still open.
They're oh no,
Yeah,
and
they're
yeah, there's been the Daily Female. I saw a screenshot of it. They brought up an article and said, "How are football players managing to keep these fades and get these
Still going.
braids retwisted and whatnot?"
You know how we're doing it. I ain't got mine now, but you know how we're doing it.
Not gonna say too much on that. Their hero so far, the article I was reading said Kevin De Bruyne, but I'm probably leaning towards Phil Foden.
Yeah.
He's
Are you not talking about
He's
their
their
best
top
player?
goal scorer.
Yeah,
He's their top goal scorer, this season.
yes, he is. Yeah.
Wait, are we? What?
Sterling's next.
What's happening here?
There's a surprise package category as well,
Oh,
which we're
okay.
gonna get to
Alright.
in time.
No, City just look good all round. They look good all round, apart from their forwards. Fair enough, Aguero isn't playing because he's been playing first team football since the age of 15, and he's just burnt out.
He's
Been playing for like 17 years
Tired now, man.
at the top level, so
big tired.
he's just burnt out. Jesus has been found out for what he is, just
Brazilian.
a Brazilian Ian Nacho. Remember Ian Nacho at City?
He's actually Brazilian. Yeah,
He's
You
a-
really? I was thinking.
I'm not.
I want to see.
I distance myself from a comment once a week, and I'm distancing myself from that comment.
I want to
Just
see.
right.
I'm genuinely
Right.
interested to see what Gabriel Jesus can do at like a team like Leicester or something.
No, I want to see what he can do at a team like Sevilla, like or Sociedad. Not do anything.
I imagine, that's
This
kind
is
of how I
mad,
feel
man.
about
Yeah.
it.
So Aguero's not. He's 39
Uh-huh.
years old. Been playing football first team for like 32 years now. Jesus is a fraud. Sterling's not refiring. Missing Sane and David Silva.
Someone was getting on to me somewhere. Like when I said, "Oh, raw, Man City are missing Sane." Yeah, they're like, "Oh, he never played for the last."
Yeah, last season.
Yeah,
he's out.
Who was
and
that?
I know, bro. What I'm saying is, if you didn't sell him,
Then you'd be doing better.
yeah, like if you didn't sell him after he
Mhm.
got fit from his injury,
Yeah, which he's fit now.
why are you telling me also about the season last year
where they
when he wasn't playing
and they
and
underperformed?
you didn't win the league?
Exactly.
You're telling me, oh, it was fine without Sane. Like, yeah, but you didn't win the league.
What kind of voice is
And
that?
when he was there, no,
That's how he was.
he was typing.
That's how he said it.
Oh, is he typing?
That's how he was typing.
But yeah, no, the point I was making is all their forwards have decided to go walkabouts, but it's cool because Foden. I don't know where Foden plays. Yeah,
He just plays football.
He
Just
plays
plays football, literally.
yeah. His position is FB.
Yeah.
So, but Foden, Gundogan, even Rodri.
Can we speak about Gundogan at some point?
Oh, go now,
Yeah.
please, because
Yeah.
I'm all for Gundogan.
What the fuck is goal? Do you know what it's like he clocked, yeah? Oh, raw. We need goals.
I know what's happened with Gundogan.
And I'll chip in.
What do you reckon?
Gundogan, his home life has changed. I believe Gundogan and his wife have fallen back in love. He's got a new lease of life.
And he's happy again, isn't it?
Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see
Trust
that,
me,
that
it's
hop
different.
in his skip
Guys,
and
yeah.
everything in his step.
I had a child recently, so I know what it feels like to get a new lease of life.
Yeah, after that 3 weeks.
Oh, stop, Jess, you're going to put yourself in it. Though.
No, be
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
trust
cool.
me.
The camera's on.
Cameras on.
The camera's
We
on.
say that one hit hold it.
Yeah, Dave, you probably mute
No,
that.
a new lease of life. What's wrong with that?
All right.
No,
all
no,
right.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
no,
Yeah,
I hear
Yeah,
that.
so Gundogan.
What was
he's
your
got a
life
new-
before?
My life was. Gundogan's got
Gundogan,
a new lease of life, and he's just, you can see it. Like, the guy is just moving mad.
You know when I realized this is a bit mad, yeah? When he when he fucking, I don't even know how to describe the Cruyff and then shot
turned on a sixpence.
He had no right to do that as well.
The way he dealt with, he made Thiago Silva look like some old man.
Yeah.
When he done that and shot, I said, raw. Okay, this is looking a bit Dortmundish. But then it was later on in the game when I saw him, like he was breaking mad lines, making some third man run, gone beyond the striker now. And I'm like, oh, you really want to score?
This is a player that had an ACL injury, which some people say you never come back from and whatnot. And he's just on
moving amazing.
So, yeah,
trend to
the
continue
forwards have decided to go
being a great player.
walkabouts. The midfielders, the forwards are going walkabouts. Midfielders have stepped up, and then on top of that, you got Cancelo, just playing. Cancelo plays.
Yeah.
See Cancelo. Do you know how he plays? He plays in that hole everywhere.
You see the holes that you see. If you cool. If you're imagining a football pitch,
Yeah.
and you know you got half spaces,
Yeah.
pockets of space.
Yeah.
Cancelo is like, if you imagine like a connector 4 kind of thing. You just
Everywhere.
anywhere there's a hole,
Yeah.
he's gonna go there.
That
That's the
poly
guy.
filler, yeah.
Jess, I hit you up.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my head around what this guy is on. Cancelo, now I'm saying it, just go have a look. Because at first, I wasn't really impressed with him last season.
No, but it seems managers keep doing it. Fabinho was an example at Liverpool where it takes time for them to just like get bedded in. Cancelo as well had a few performances. He was playing left back a bit and it was just like all over the shop. And it weren't the Cancelo that was at Juve, bossing it in the Champions League. I remember he played against United at Old Trafford and was mad. But yeah, it seems like he's just taken a year to get up to pace. But it's been worth that year.
He's gone from his thing now isn't he's got up to speed, he's comfortable. He's doing new things. Like the other day, I had to hit up like Ahmed Abdullah. I had to hit up a couple man. Dapo, shout out Dapo, and reason because I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing. Yeah.
Is that credit to the manager?
I don't know. Like it's so mad. His team is so mad. I can't make sense.
New lease of life, guys.
No, not everyone's having kids, Jess. Sometimes you just play well.
He likes his new thing. He's out.
Yeah.
Imagine the two fullbacks in their game, were, and this is how it started, because I clocked, Man City have like 5 man playing that could play number 10. It was like De Bruyne, Sterling, Gundogan, Zinchenko, and maybe Bernardo. Like it was quite. I think maybe I didn't put Sterling.
He's coming back to life as well.
Yeah,
there was bare number 10s. And then anyway, so at one point, I see fucking Zinchenko, who isn't a left back, fucking play a through ball to somebody, and then I couldn't. You know when you're watching football, like you're not actually looking at the player's face. You can tell by their body shape and their boots who it is, kind of thing. But it didn't make sense. Gone and preed it properly.
Zinchenko played the through ball to Cancelo.
Zinchenko through ball. That don't make no sense.
Doesn't make sense.
He should be in the identical position on the other side.
Doesn't
of the
make
pitch.
any sense. One of them, they're supposed to be fullbacks, and one of them supposed to be a bit higher than the other one. I'm guessing. Whatever. Anyway, so I was like, oh, raw. So when I saw that, I thought, I wonder. Maybe it was like, maybe he ended up over there from a set piece, something like that. But then I was like, nah, that weren't what happened. Anyway, so I thought, I'm going to just watch my man to just kind of see what he does. And then the next spot I see him in, the next time I saw him on the ball was in the number 10 spot.
So
not passing as well, by the way.
Roman fullback.
Deep lying, false.
Trequarista.
So then I'm watching throughout the rest of the game, and I come to, I seen him pop up right wing, left wing, number 10, DM, and at points he's playing in the fucking DM position for extended.
And not going home.
I mean,
the passenger play, like the throw ones, and he's not going home.
No, I'm talking like 3 minutes. That's a long time.
Go home, Roger. Yeah.
Bro, when I preed it, and I preed it maybe for about 2/3 of the game, halfway through the first half or something like that. And I realized, bro, he spends like half his time on the pitch in his position, and the other half, he just goes and creates overloads.
It would be good to see one of those average position maps.
Heat map.
With
But the sickest part about it is, man know Pep and how he's so meticulous. So I'm like, there's no way Pep is. Maybe he's told him, come inside, bring the fullback
as he has
inside.
done a few times, yeah. So you don't get broken on. Carl Walker used to do it a lot,
And then he's maybe
inside, yeah.
taken that and running with it. But the problem is, they give him the ball. See, he goes, pops up, goes and links the fucking left winger. Left winger turns out, rolls it into him. He bounces it back. He goes head to head, face to face with the centre back, with the striker. Striker's coming up his ass. No home.
Old school managers, will be very against.
The thing is,
just be like, that's ill discipline for me.
This not for me. This for me has got shades of total Dutch football,
bro.
It's got shades of that, because those of you who aren't familiar with total Dutch football, by the way, guys, a lot of people watch this show to learn about football. We've got quite a few subscribers and followers.
So you're a teacher, yeah?
No, we. A lot of
you more
honestly,
so
like I've had messages saying that they didn't know something but they watch our show to get to know.
Like Maldini being right-footed.
Exactly. And
that caught me off guard.
A lot of our subscribers from overseas, from across the pond.
On the continent or further?
The other continent.
Okay. Oh, super.
Yeah. So total football was a Dutch thing back in the day when every player could play every position. So
Mikkels? No.
Mikkels was one of them, wasn't he?
Was he the Ajax manager or the?
He was. He was.
Manager.
Yeah, he was the Ajax manager. 1994. He left before Van Gaal, I think, something like that. Or was it before that? Anyway, so basically, in the passage of play, football's very fluid. So you might be a right back, but in the passage of play, you end up as the central forward. You need a player rather than you bursting along and getting back to right back. It's not very efficient. You need someone to fill in that right back spot, and they might stay there for the next 2-3 passages of play until you get a chance to re-rotate back round.
What, like the goalkeeper?
The goalkeeper?
Well, he's closest.
The goalkeeper wouldn't do it.
But their goalkeepers can play.
Yeah, but you want your goalkeeper to...
Like Onana, for instance.
Onana would do all right. Like the right back.
But the only issue is that someone has to go and goal.
The centre-back will go and goal.
But they can't handle it. Guys,
that's total football.
Let's move on.
But this is where we're at. Yeah, City surprise package. Cancelo, John Stones back doing things that he hasn't done for a long, long while, and looking like one of the top centre backs in the league. City's defensive record shows that as well.
Are we doing praising John Stones?
Yeah, as we have for a while now.
And Ruben Diaz.
It's well established. Yeah, Ruben Diaz. Great partnership there.
Before we move
Laporte's still out in the cold.
Are we done with?
Yeah, we're set to wrap.
Quickly, 2 minutes, yeah. West Ham, we're sorry we didn't mention you, but we see what you're doing. We like it a lot.
Fantastic team.
Antonio, Souček, Rice. Scorch said something yesterday which I highly agree on. It's the omission of Mark Noble. And what did you say? You said that it's not that. Was it that?
It's the phasing out. It's a sign of a new day.
West Ham have surpassed Noble.
Yeah.
Like
they've outgrown
Noble. Mark Noble. So it's not that he's declined.
Hating on Noble, man. He's getting old, man.
That's not the problem.
Yeah. Getting old, man.
But no, it's just West Ham now are at a level beyond Mark Noble's usefulness.
Look, this is the simplest way of putting it. Yeah. At one point, it was like Wilshere, centre mid.
And
like we know what Wilshere's like. Bit of paper. What's that? Whatever. Yeah.
Ankle.
At Bournemouth now.
See Souček.
Yeah.
Solid stuff.
Sorry for the audio.
Solid
but that's Souček. You got to look at. You got international man like Ogbonna.
Yeah.
As your centre half.
Angelo.
That comes from the school of Juve. Probably learnt a thing or two of Chiellini and
who everyone
Bonucci.
loves.
Yeah.
Nothing from Bonucci because he's a chief. Maybe a bit from Barzagli. But
fuck Bonucci.
Oh, whoa. Fuck we don't like Bonucci. But though, that's very different to Collins.
James Collins, man.
But man ain't really clocked the level of player has just been. You see before, like when you think of West Ham before, what do you think of? I think of Meaty team with somebody that can do mad shit.
Baby quality,
like a shit, like a waste, like some neek like Di Canio that's gonna just do a mad.
Whoa! And on that note, guys, that has been our not weekend reaction. That has been our Premier League review because this was a FA Cup weekend. Dan, sorry. Back to you.
No, you're doing a great job.
I just had to get away from that Di Canio comment.
Yeah, that caused us a bit of trouble last week.
Actually,
oh shit! Guess what? No. It's quite mad.
Before we go there,
I'm just saying, here at Armchair Gaffers, we don't give a fuck about the FA Cup.
we do not condone anything that our colleague Solskjær said about Paulo Di Canio or anyone else. He stands alone. SB, Dan, and Jess do not agree with Scorch on any comment forthwith regarding Paulo Di Canio.
Big up rap though.
Full stop.
Every time. And yeah, that was our Premier League half-time review. Yeah, let us know where we were going wrong. Some of our poor shouts, there's probably loads. Let us know about our good shouts. And yeah, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you tomorrow on the Continental Corner. Peace.
Peace.